Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the 12 cards that came out for the 94 Flashback event on February 5th. Give them in-depth true reviews, rate them 1 through 5 Chewies. Some of these cards are very good, some of these cards aren't. Once again, a lot of veteran players are just too slow skating to really be useful. We'll go over each one of them though. Let's get into it. Trevor Linden. The 6'4", 220-pound right-handed shooting Trevor Linden. He played center for the Vancouver Canucks, and he has 1 point for distributor, 2 points for speedster. So he has the premier team synergy as well as a very, very good player synergy. The speedster and distributor combined is going to let him get up to 90 speed as well as have 94 wrist shot power. Bumps up the passing and puck control as well. Looking at this card, though, with no attributes, he has 83 acceleration, 88 agility, 89 balance, 92 endurance, 83 speed. His shooting is 90 for wrist shot power and slap shot accuracy, 91 for slap shot power and wrist shot accuracy. His hands are very good, 91 for deking, offensive awareness, hand-eye. Then his passing is 92, puck control is 94. Body checking is 91, strength is 91. Defensive awareness is 90. His shot blocking is a max 99. He has 93 stick checking, 87 faceoffs, and 99 discipline. Linden's biggest concern is his skating. He's only 83 base speed as well as 83 acceleration, so he's going to be reliant on spark and distributor as well as a speedster in this case to make him faster. If he didn't have speedster, this card would be a lot different because getting that +4 on speed is huge for Linden. I have him coming in at 4.5 Chewies, and the biggest reason I'm coming in at 4.5 Chewies, he's 6'4", he can get up to 90 speed, which is a good speed rating for somebody that's his size, and I do think he can play on one of the wings or even center on like the third or fourth line. He has good synergies if you need to get distributor and speedster done, as well as his price isn't too ridiculous at $170K. That's why we're going with the 4.5 Chewie rating. Bo Horvat. One of the blossoming stars for the Vancouver Canucks, Bo Horvat. He's 6 foot tall, 215 pounds, left-handed shooting. He has heart and soul and thief for his team and player synergies. The thief is going to give you stick checking and face-offs. The heart and soul is just not a good synergy. It gives you stuff like endurance and balance. It's the worst team synergy by far. And because of that, it's really going to affect Bo Horvat's Chewy rating here. You're looking at his skating with no synergies. He has 84 acceleration, 86 agility, 89 balance, 90 endurance, 84 speed. So not very fast skating. Even with distributor, the max speed you can get is 87, which is very slow at this point in the game for somebody that's an 88 overall. His shooting is 89 for his slap shot power and wrist shot accuracy, then 88 for slap shot accuracy and wrist shot power. His hands are 87 deking, 90 offensive awareness, 88 hand-eye, 88 passing, 89 puck control. So he has like average to above average hands. He has 89 body checking, 89 strength. For his checking category, he has 90 defensive awareness, 86 shot blocking, 92 stick checking, 88 faceoffs, and 86 discipline. Biggest problem with this Horvat is, first off, his synergies, then his skating. The rest of his attributes are at least above average to average. For an 88 overall, I don't really like this Horvat, to be honest with you. I'm going to give him a 2 Chewy rating because I just don't think with the synergies and the fact that he's slower skating that he's really worth picking up. He is only 55,000 coins though, so he's reasonably priced. If you're a Canucks fan, he could be used as like your third or fourth line center if you're trying to build a theme team because the 88 faceoffs is relatively sufficient at this point in the game. You would just have to surround him with fast wingers such as like the Brock Besser's Fantasy Hut card. Russ COURTNALL. COURTNALL was one of the players that came from the Minnesota North Stars, and whenever the franchise shifted to Dallas to become the Dallas Stars, he actually is on the team. He's 5'11", 174 pounds, right-handed shooting, and he's a winger. He has 1 point for Swarm, 2 points for Wingman, so pretty decent synergies. The team synergy is going to obviously be more defensive-based. The Wingman gives you acceleration as its main skating attribute, which this card actually really needs. Getting into his attributes, he's 84 acceleration, 86 agility, 87 balance, 86 endurance, 84 speed. His shooting is 83 slap shot accuracy, 89 slap shot power, 83 wrist shot accuracy with 87 wrist shot power. His hands are 85 across the board except for his hand-eye is 84. His defense is 88 body checking, 89 strength. The checking category is 86 defensive awareness, 87 shot blocking, 87 stick checking with 86 discipline. He does have 71 faceoffs, but he's a winger, so that's not really a huge deal. The COURTNALL is selling for about 15K, so if you need to fill out Swarm or Wingman, he could be a relatively decent budget card for somebody that just started to play the game, especially if you're trying to activate Wingman for maybe you got a couple base cards that you have that are untradeable and you're just brand new to the game. I think this card could be sufficient for that. But we are relatively decent in this game's life, so I'm going to give him 2 Chewies because at 86 overall, he's just too slow in my personal opinion to get the job done, to not have any synergies that up his speed, and that's why he's getting a 2 Chewy rating. Ben Bishop. A lot of people's goalie of choice, Ben Bishop. He's 6'7", 210 pounds, wears his glove on his left hand. He has 1 point for Swarm and 2 points for Spark, so he actually has very good synergies. Once again, though, this Ben Bishop, he's just really tall. This isn't that great of a goaltender attribute-wise, other than the fact that he's gigantic in the net. He has his glove high and stick high at 85, his glove low, stick low 91, 78 speed, 93 vision, 78 agility, 91 positioning, 78 5-hole, 90 breakaway with 80 aggression, 78 rebound control, 78 shot recovery. You're going to see this Ben Bishop in net, whether it's this card, as prime time, as team of the week, at some point in time this year. A lot of people like to have this Ben Bishop. I think he actually has really good synergies. The price for this Ben Bishop was $100K when I seen him on the auction house, and I only ever seen one out of like the 3 or 4 times I've looked. Not that I'm trying to pick him up. I was just trying to get a good price for this video, and it seems like $100K is the only price that I've seen. I'm going to give this Ben Bishop 4 chewies because he is a fan favorite, on top of the fact that he has really good synergies for a goaltender. And even if you have him as your backup, you could always put him as a starting goaltender if your starter is not playing so well, just to mix it up a little bit. So we're going to go with 4 chewies. I think that's a fair rating for this Ben Bishop, even though his attributes are a little bit low for the typical 4 chewy rating. Steve Larmer. The left-handed sniper, Larmer, has Barrage and Speedster for his team and player synergy. Obviously, the player synergy has 2 points. He's 5'10", 190 pounds. For his skating, he's really going to need that Speedster to get him up to that 88 speed, which means you can max him at 91 speed to make him an efficient enough skater. But looking at the skating, it's 83 acceleration, 89 agility, 89 balance, 88 endurance with 84 speed. The Speedster, as mentioned, will get him up to that 88. For his shooting, he has 91 for slap shot accuracy and wrist shot accuracy, 92 wrist shot power, 93 slap shot power. His hands are 87 deking, 97 offensive awareness, 89 hand-eye, 90 passing, 90 puck control. So his hands are kind of all over the place, with the offensive awareness being super high at 97, but the passing, puck control, and hand-eye and deking just slightly more than above average. Then his defense is going to be 87 body checking, 90 strength with 89 aggression. He can also drop the gloves with 92 fighting skill. Defensive awareness is 93, 90 shot blocking, 93 stick checking with 73 discipline and 80 face-offs. So it seems like he got a pretty big bump from his bold card that I think was in the low 80s. I have this Larmer coming in about 85,000 coins, and I'm going to give him 3.5 chewies. I don't think he's super fast skating, and the fact that he has Barrage rather than a top tier team synergy hurts him a little bit, but I do think 3.5 chewies is a very fair rating for an 89 overall, especially for his price point at 85,000 coins. I think that's a really good price for what you're going to get out of this Larmer, other than him being a little bit slow, because you're getting a really good card attribute-wise besides his speed. But speed kills in this game right now, and having to have dependence on Speedster and Distributor, as well as possibly Spark to get his acceleration up high enough, this Larmer is going to stick at 3.5 chewies. Jonathan Toews. The current captain for the Chicago Blackhawks, Jonathan Toews, is 6'2", 201 pounds, left-handed shooting. He has 1 point for Distributor and 2 points for Workhorse. So amazing synergies. The best team synergy and a top-tier player synergy with Workhorse. Workhorse is going to give you the acceleration, balance, endurance, and durability if you guys don't know. Distributor is obviously speed, passing, puck control. For his skating, he has 89 acceleration, 93 agility, 92 balance, 95 endurance, 89 speed. So his skating is not the best, but you will be able to get him up to 92 speed, as well as the Workhorse will either have 93 acceleration, plus if you have Spark, it'll give you another, I believe, +4 for the acceleration, so he'll be all the way up to 97 acceleration. That's huge. His shot's really good, 92 for the slap shot accuracy, wrist shot power, 93 for slap shot power, wrist shot accuracy. And this Toews kind of has like that Sidney Crosby shot, where it seems like the puck goes in a little bit more than some other guys. He's always very accurate. He has a great animation for a shot as well. His hands are 93 for puck control, passing, and hand-eye, 92 for deking and offensive awareness. Body checking is 90, 92 strength, 90 aggression. On top of those great body checking, strength, and aggression numbers, he has 98 defensive awareness, 92 shot blocking, 98 stick checking, 98 faceoffs, and 90 discipline. Honestly, this Jonathan Toews is the closest to an endgame card I have seen in any of these 94 flashback cards, other than the ones that are the master set players, the Chris Chelios, and you can make an argument for the Yari Curry. And obviously the 2 lone 94s that they gave you between Roenick and Gretzky. But this Toews is an excellent card. I'm going to give him 5 chewies. He's going to be able to do everything you need him to do, not only as a top 6 forward on your lineup right now, but also later in the game in your bottom 6, killing penalties, just being a little bit gritty because he does have good size at 6'2", 201 pounds, winning faceoffs, playing good defense. That's everything this Jonathan Toews is going to bring to the table. I really, really like this card. The only downside of this card at all is his price point is about 500,000 coins minimum, and I think it's because a lot of people realize that he is endgame material. Kevin Lowe. The left-handed defenseman that played with Messier and Gretzky in Edmonton and then played with them on the New York Rangers, Kevin Lowe. He's 6'2", 201 pounds. He has 1 point for heart and soul, 2 points for howitzer. The howitzer gives you agility, speed, and then ups your wrist shot and slap shot power. So that's a big synergy for this Kevin Lowe. The heart and soul is not a very good synergy at all. He has 84 acceleration, 90 agility, 89 balance, 89 endurance, 84 speed. His shooting is 92 for the wrist shot and slap shot power, 89 for the slap shot and wrist shot accuracy. Hands are 89 puck controlled, 89 passing, 84 hand-eye, so low hand-eye and low deking at 83 with 91 offensive awareness. So he's not going to be a guy that's going to be able to dangle and do things like that, but he is going to be okay breaking the puck out and hitting one-timers D to D. Then for the body checking, 89 strength, 88 aggression. He can drop the gloves, 92 fighting skill if needed. Checking is 97 defense awareness, 93 shot blocking, 93 stick checking, 79 discipline. So discipline, once again, with one of these veteran players is a little bit low, but he has great stick checking, shot blocking, and defense awareness, which is really what you want in a defenseman. I do think he's going to be a little bit slow, being that you can only get him up to 90 speed, and you're going to need something like spark to up his acceleration. 84 acceleration at this point in the game, especially for an 89 overall defenseman. You're playing better guys that have master set players. They're going to blow past you. Even somebody like the Ristolainen from the Winter National that you got for Christmas that has like that mid-80s, I think it's like 86 acceleration. If you're not already skating or kind of knowing where you want to go and get him going, Ristolainen gets blown past all the time, even with the much bigger stick than this Kevin Lowe is going to have. Taking all this into consideration, I'm going to give him 3 Chewies. He also has a good price point, which is something that factored in to allow him to get those 3 Chewies at about 75 to 80K on the market for PlayStation. So he's not necessarily super high-end, but I do know that higher-end left-handed defensemen are hard to come by. Doug Bodger. Another alumni left-handed defenseman here, Doug Bodger, 6'2", 209 pounds, left-handed shooting as already mentioned. He has 1 point for spark, 2 points for passing playmaker. So he has a very good team synergy and okay player synergy. The problem with this card is he's going to be super slow. 81 acceleration, 86 agility, 92 balance, 86 endurance, 81 speed. So 81 speed with 81 acceleration, that's too slow of a card, even for somebody that's only 40K that has spark and passing playmaker. It might even be less than this, being that a lot of people started to look at his attributes and broke down the meta of how slow this card is. Looking at 84 slap shot accuracy, 84 wrist shot accuracy with 90 slap shot and wrist shot power. His hands are 85 puck control, 85 passing, 82 hand-eye, 90 offensive awareness, 81 deking. Body checking, good body checking. On the defensive side, this card's actually going to be pretty good. 89 body checking, 91 strength, 84 aggression. Checking category is going to be 91 defense awareness, 90 shot blocking, 92 stick checking. Low discipline at 69. Either way, this card's too slow, but he does have spark for 1 point. That's going to kind of save him a little bit. I'm going to give him 2 Chewies. I do think he's a little bit too slow of a skater, in my personal opinion, but the spark can make him somewat useful maybe on a third defensive pair for somebody that's really looking to fill out spark at a low price. For somebody that can at least play defense, even though he'll be slow skating, you kind of have to put him with another very fast, speedy type of budget player. If this is the guy you're going after, he's probably more of a budget team. So maybe trying to get that like Halloween Chris Letang that's pretty fast with the speedster for his player synergy, or somebody that's in a budget that you can afford that is a fast skater to go with this Bodger. Jake McCabe. The Buffalo Sabre defenseman Jake McCabe, 6'1", 204 pounds, left-handed shooting. He has 1 point for balance, 2 points for Gladiator. What Gladiator does is slap shot power, body checking, strength, and defensive awareness. So a very defensive base synergy, which can be very good for defensemen. Balance is kind of the same way. It's all over the place, but another one that does bump up your defense awareness and whatnot. Looking at 85 acceleration, 89 agility, 89 speed, 94 endurance, great endurance number, 85 speed. So he's a little bit on the slower end. That's a bit of a concern. Can only get max speed up to 85. Can only get his acceleration up to 89. So that is something to consider. For his shooting, he has 83 slap shot accuracy, 84 wrist shot accuracy with 90 slap shot power, 89 wrist shot power. His hands are kind of all over the place. 81 is the low at hand-eye, but then he has 88 passing, 87 puck control, 87 offensive awareness, and 84 deking. He has 89 body checking, 89 strength, 88 aggression. Defensive awareness is a 90, shot blocking is an 89, stick checking is a 91, with discipline at 86. So it's pretty decent discipline. He's not the fastest skater, but he's not the slowest skater. I'm going to give him 3 Chewies because he's at a very good price point at about 40 to 45,000 coins. And Gladiators are a pretty good synergy when it comes to player synergies for defensemen and will really allow him to throw the body around. I think he could be used as somebody if you're trying to complete balance or Gladiator in your third defensive pair, as someone to put in there just temporarily that isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. Nelson Emerson. Emerson's selling for about an average of 13.5 thousand coins on the auction house. He's 5'11", 174 pounds, right-handed shooting. He has 1 point for balance, 2 points for howitzer. And really, his base speed is just too slow. 81 speed and 81 acceleration. The other skating attributes are 86 agility, 87 balance, 84 endurance, so that's not great. His shot is only 88 for slap shot and wrist shot power, 85 for slap shot and wrist shot accuracy. He has 84 across the board for hands with 87 offensive awareness, 87 for body checking and strength, then 83 defensive awareness, 88 shot blocking, 87 stick checking with 70 discipline. Honestly, he's too slow of a card, but he does have howitzer and balance, so I got to take that in consideration. I'm going to give him 2 Chewies. He's a relatively decent budget card at about the 15K that I've already mentioned, but he's not super good, and I don't think it's anybody that I would put any type of time in. I'm not going to really recommend him in any of my team advice videos to anybody. I don't think he's that great of a card, just way too slow. Jordan KYROU. KYROU's an up-and-coming former second-round draft pick by the St. Louis Blues. He's 5'11", 195 pounds, right-handed shooting. He plays center. He has 1 point for spark, 2 points for light the lamp. What light the lamp does is it gives you balance, wrist shot accuracy, offensive awareness, and hand-eye for those that are curious at +3. His skating is 86 acceleration, 92 agility, 82 balance, 89 endurance, 86 speed. His shooting is 86 slap shot accuracy, 87 wrist shot accuracy with 92 slap shot and wrist shot power. His hands are 90 for deking offensive awareness, hand-eye. His passings, 89. Puck control, 89 as well. The body checking is 80 with 81 strength. His checking category, 89 defensive awareness, 81 shot blocking, 89 stick checking with 77 faceoffs and 94 discipline. So KYROU's going to have to play in the wing somewhere. His 77 faceoffs is not sufficient enough, even though he's labeled as a center. This card is not the fastest skating either, but he does help at least with the acceleration aspect of it if you can activate Spark, because he does provide at least 1 point, which will get you up to 90 acceleration. He can max out at 89 speed. I have this KYROU for 3.5 Chewies. Pretty good shot. It's relatively hard, but it's not the most accurate. His hands are just a little bit above average, but he does have good checking category, not the best defensive category. So we'll go with 3.5 Chewies because he has that good Spark synergy. Light the Lamp's not a terrible player synergy, so that's why we got that rating. Jacob TROUBA. The 6'3", 209-pound right-handed shooting defenseman that plays for the New York Rangers, Jacob TROUBA. He has 1 point for barrage, 2 points for workhorse. The workhorse is really important for this card because it's going to give him that bump in acceleration, as you can see, up to 87, which means with Spark he can get up to 91 acceleration. He can only max at 87 speed, though, with Distributor. The barrage is not a great team synergy. Looking at this TROUBA's attributes, he has 84 acceleration, 87 agility, 92 balance, 95 endurance, 84 speed. His shot is 83 wrist shot accuracy, 82 slap shot accuracy with 91 slap shot power, 90 wrist shot power. Then his hands are 88 for passing and puck control, 89 for offensive awareness, but then it drops significantly for hand-eye and deking with 82 and 81 respectively. His body checking, strength, and aggression are 92, which is a great number. He's a big body defenseman, so he's going to crush people, as well as his defensive awareness, shot blocking, and stick checking is also 92 with 78 discipline. So the TROUBA is not that fast, doesn't have the most accurate shot, not the best hands when it comes to deking. He's going to be okay on the breakout with that 88 passing. Has good defensive attributes, though, so he's going to be more of a stay-at-home defenseman. You're going to want to pair him with somebody like the Scott Niedermayer Hut Icons. It's a faster skater if you pick up this TROUBA. He's going to cost you about $80K, and because of his price and his synergies not being super amazing, I have him for 3 Chewies. The workhorse helps a lot, but the fact that he can only get 87 speed, even being 6'3", I'm just afraid he's going to be blown past all the time, as well as his shot being very inaccurate. He really doesn't offer a lot of things offensively. That's what's going to hold him back here on the 3 Chewies. If he's a little bit faster, of course, he would get a much better Chewie rating, as well as his hands and his shot accuracy still a little bit lackluster for me. That's going to wrap up this Chewie review of the 12 cards that came out February 5th. And I think some of the cards are very good. As I mentioned, Jonathan Toews is an excellent card. Probably the closest endgame card I've seen in the game so far. Ben Bishop is very rare in the market, so if you do see him, and you see him for like a good price, if you can get him for like $50K, I guarantee you could probably grab him and resell him for like $85K, to be honest, and it'd just be like a quick flip like that. I do think the Trevor Linden reminds me a lot of the old days of the Wheelman version of Trevor Linden that I think could be usable. I don't know right now in the game if he's like a long-term use, but he could definitely be used at center or on the left wing in your third or fourth line for sure. with the synergies that he has. Everybody else kind of fills out a need if you need it. I think TROUBA could be useful. I do think Larmer could be useful as well. But that's it for their in-depth true reviews. I hope this video helped you guys out to determine if any of these cards are worth picking up. As always, I appreciate all the support you guys give me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with any of your friends that play NHL 21. You guys have a great day and be safe.